started at approximately 7:15 last night. We got a text message from someone who stated that every time they tried to call 911, they got a busy signal, which is a sign of an outage. So our supervisors notified myself, our tech department, Lumen, and our tech department determined it was not at a local level. So as soon as we realized that there was nothing we could do, we put out the wireless emergency alert and also notified all the news media that there was an alternate number to call for 911. That number is used for non-emergency calls.
Okay.
And our text to 911 was still working, so we advised people to either text 911 or use that non-emergency number to get through.
So unfortunately, we're very limited in the information that we have been provided about the outage. We have been told that it was caused by a fiber cut, which impacted not only the metropolitan area here, but multiple sections of the state of Nebraska. The fiber cut, though, the information provided on that, some of the information says it happened in Lincoln, some said it happened in Omaha. We are still waiting to get more information back from the state 911. Who have been in contact with Lumen, which is the provider that supports the statewide EZNet.
Approximate time of outage was 7:15 p.m. last night to about 7 o'clock, 7:15 this morning.
So the outage occurred while the Husker game was in progress, so we definitely had a lot lower call load because it wasn't halftime or right after the game completed, so that did make things a little bit easier to deal with during that time frame.
They're trained for things like this, but it's a feel of frustration because there's not much we can do when we never receive the calls. So we do have a third-party application which is called Rapid SOS, who, when someone calls 911 from a wireless device, it flags that into 911 and shows us their phone number and their location. So we were able to call those people back. Even though they couldn't reach 911, we were able to call them back to see what their emergency was. Tried to call back everyone. I don't know if there was any missing 911 calls. We haven't been notified by any from the public or from any other agencies that we missed any, but I can't say that we got all 100% of them.
I have been here for approximately 23 years and we have never had a telephony outage that has lasted even close to this or affected as large of a geographic area. The EZNet migration to the state EZNet that was completed several months ago allowed us to move off of a very antiquated 911 telephony system that was designed and built in the 1970s to a very modern system that should be extremely robust and should have no single points of failure. All of the state contracts for developing the system also called for it to be completely redundant, and yet this demonstrated that there's obviously single points of failure. So we will continue to work with the state to find where those single points of failure are, make sure that they are mitigated so that this issue doesn't happen again.